Opinion: India's Agniveer advantage. Building a national defence reserve for a long war. When the Agnipath scheme was announced, the national conversation was dominated by debates on pensions, tenure, and the future of a younger, leaner military. While these are valid concerns, they have obscured a strategic reality already unfolding: the creation of a vast, disciplined, and technologically adept civilian reserve, a latent army so to say, which is poised to become the bedrock of India's wholly of society defence doctrine. The proof of concept has been demonstrated with the resounding success of Operation Sindoor. When faced with Pakistan's drone and missile blitz against key Indian assets, the military's masterstroke was not just its frontline response, but its activation of a new, potent layer of defense. Over 3,000 Agniveers, many in their initial years of service, were at the forefront, seamlessly operating the very air defense systems that blunted the enemy assault and protected our critical infrastructure. Operation Sindoor was a validation of the Agnipath model in real-world combat. It proved that young recruits, given intensive, modern training, can be entrusted with sophisticated platforms under immense pressure. But the operation's true strategic lesson lies in projecting this success forward. What happens when thousands of such Agniveers complete their 4-year tenures and return to civilian life? We are left with a battle-hardened cohort, a civilian reserve that has already proven its mettle under fire. This is the core genius of Agnipath. The scheme is not merely a recruitment reform, but the foundation of a new Indian approach to national security, which seeks to embed military-grade skills and discipline deep within our civilian fabric. Every year, thousands of Agniveers will re-enter society not just as ex-soldiers, but as a repository of what can be termed dualist human capital. This creates a powerful strategic buffer, transforming our society into a force multiplier for the nation's war preparedness. In a future prolonged conflict, these Agniveers could be rapidly recalled, requiring minimal retraining to man secondary defense lines, operate logistics hubs, or secure vital installations, freeing up frontline troops for offensive action. The applications in a hybrid warfare context are immense. This trained cohort can be rapidly deputized for a spectrum of critical roles. The efficiency of disaster response during tragedies will be transformed with ex-Agniveers leading local relief efforts, their training in logistics, first aid, and operating under pressure making them invaluable assets for the National Disaster Response Force (NDRF). In times of internal strife, the Home Ministry can tap into this pool for disciplined manpower to assist in maintaining order, all with a foundational understanding of the chain of command. Furthermore, Agnipath directly addresses a critical vulnerability in our defense ecosystem: the wartime production surge. A prolonged conflict would demand a massive ramp-up in our military-industrial complex. Instead of relying on a small pool of retired servicemen or expensive foreign technicians, India will have a ready reservoir of ex-Agniveers trained in logistics, maintenance, and technical systems. These individuals can be redirected to support ordnance factories and defense PSUs, drastically reducing the time needed to scale up production and bolstering our Atmanirbhar Bharat mission when it matters most. Crucially, the Agniveer of today is not the conscript of yesterday. Their 4-year tenure is an intensive immersion in cutting-edge military technology. They are not just learning to fire a rifle, they are operating AI-assisted targeting pods, flying reconnaissance drones, and managing the sophisticated AD radars used in Operation Sindoor. These are precisely the skills that define 21st century conflict. When these Agniveers enter civilian life, they bring these future-ready skills with them. An ex-Agniveer who spent 2 years in an electronic warfare unit, for instance, could be a prime candidate for a cybersecurity role. A technician who maintained drone fleets is perfectly suited for the burgeoning domestic drone industry or for counter-drone security units in state police forces. Their experience directly feeds India's capabilities in the critical domains of space, cyber, and information warfare, creating a talent pipeline that money alone cannot buy. Swipe left for next video. Beyond these hard skills, the civic spillover effect cannot be overstated. A population with even a small percentage exposed to national service is inherently more mentally resilient, physically fit, and motivated to serve the nation. In high-risk border states, the presence of thousands of disciplined and patriotic Agniveers can transform local communities. Their seamless absorption into state police, paramilitary forces, and intelligence support units with minimal training lag will strengthen our internal security architecture from the ground up. Critics have viewed Agnipath through a narrow financial and personnel lens. Operation Sindoor forces us to look beyond that. It has shown us what is possible. The scheme is a bold, long-term investment in national resilience that is already paying dividends. It is forging a new compact between the citizen and the state, creating a civilian shield that is disciplined, technologically skilled, and ever-eating. This is the scheme's true strategic depth, and it will define India's security posture for the next century. Latest blogs